we're live or not. Once you jump on here, let us know whether you see and hear this. We'll jump into here. These are 308 micro rigs. These will carry 2 308 mags per pocket or 3 M4 mags per pocket. So 6 utility pocket. This will also hold 4 more P mags for 5.56. These will hold 308s, the tall or the 20 rounders. Vehicle med bags in woodland, mini packs in woodland, woodland small closed bags, black vehicle med bags. Got a couple Pals micros, small closed bags across here, medium closed bags across here. We have a hodgepodge, few of this, few of that for the tool bags. I've got woodland padded hearing protection cases, large tool bags, multicam black, OD, and woodland, as well as coyote. We have a assortment for Pelter hearing protection pads, padded Hearing Pro wraps, patch wall hangers. Those are Velcro patch panels, all 3 sizes. I do have 2 CQB subloads if you would like one of these. I think they're not online. Got a couple of bifold tool carriers. I do have the black bifold tool carriers. Those are the bigger ones with the removable pockets. Let's walk on over here. Large tool bags. We finished up pull-out 12-gauge pull-out tray pouches, Tropic compact tear-offs, roll-up dump pouches in coyote, belt slide holsters, as well as some belts down there. These are free bags that are starting to finish up. These are Christmas cocks. These will get the Santa hats. Flat packs, I've got 4-inch and 6-inch in multicam. I've got some hot pink grocery bags there. I have some multicam Alpine boot bags right there. Large clothes bags, OD black. Out here on the tables, looks like large mesh pockets in coyote. Also arid. More belts. Arid vehicle med bags have started. Woodland tool bag. Those are the Christmas bags. Multicam black roll-up dump pouches right there. OD medical insert trays. Coyote large clothes bags. Another batch of those. Woodland padded hearing protection cases. FUPAs over there. More mesh pockets, more Christmas bags. Not sure what these are. Stacked micros. These are going to be stacks. Yep. Multicam black stack micros. Mesh pocket small. Mesh pocket larges. Also OD mesh pockets there. Is that enough? Is that enough for today? Enough nylon sewing? Josh Dalton, what's up? Benjamin Brewer. Kiri, how are you? Do Junior, hardcover carry case for, we don't do any hard cases, man. Get your Pelican or something. My son just took that copper rig off as he was going to bed, Chase. I'm surprised. Go look in bed. I'll bet he's got it on now. Skylo, what's up? Billy Magnum, Josh Limon. Chase, Easy K Landfill, what's up? How are you guys? Jim Richards. Josh, what's up, man? Eagle, what's going on, man? What's up, what's up? Send me a koala bear. Wookie cocks. Wookie combat cocks. Radio pouches down there. Doug Dunn, what's up? 39 online. Guys, hit that thumbs up. It helps people know that we're online. It also, when you interact and hit that thumbs up, it tells you next time we're online, and it also tells friends of yours when we go live. It helps push that algorithm out. How many times have you found us after the fact and been like, man, it didn't even notify me? Well, that helps with those notifications. Have to pick up a multicam black stacked micro. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a great rig for them. It's the smallest rig we make. The footprint on that thing is 10.5 inches across. The comp rig is, I'll bet it's more than 13. How's everybody's day? Anything as I'm walking through here that you want a closer look at? Anything that you want to discuss this evening? Oh, I've got some spent mags here. I didn't realize those were even there. Looks like we have one of the wool blankets. Those are badass. Anybody have those wool blankets? Pretty nice, aren't they? Roll up dump pouches right here in Woodland. I've also got some Raid, some OD, some Arid and Black. Med pull-out trays, Coyote. Ankle med kits right here. Compact tear-offs across here. TK4 pouches, tourniquets. Gauze. 4-inch bandages. That case is full of 6s. There's another spent mag pouch right there. Nalgene pouches. Jet boil pouches. Nalgene koozies. 500 IV pouches. These are great utility pouches. These are battery pull-out trays if you haven't seen these. This sits inside and you can 550 it. It's got a grommet on the side right there. So you can pull these out and it holds 123s and double A's. You can also put triple A's in there. We do these Powell's backed, belt attachment. We also do them Velcro backed. Red Bull koozies right here. We make them in all kinds of colors. We also do stuff for beer cans, soda cans. That's what all those across there are. Combat cocks. Grenades, dual grenades, frag, single frag, smoke horizontal, smoke vertical, pop flares. Hard plastic in the spent mag pouch is super helpful. Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. What up, peeps? I've been down and out for a few days with the flu and pneumonia. Oh, shit. But I got my 8 mag stack. Well, thanks for the order, man. I hope that you are feeling better. I do use the blanket all the time. They're nice, yeah. Did I hear spent mag pouch? Yeah, we have some spent mags. Got any Woodland multicam black wallets? Jim Richards, love the cop rig. Did you finish the dog kennel roof? No, I haven't fucking... It didn't work as easy as I thought it was going to, as simple as I thought the build was going to be. And I have never gone back to it. No, I don't have any Woodland ones. Multicam black Woodland, no. If you want one, just order it. If you don't order it, we're never going to build them until somebody orders it. Matthew Cronin, what's up? I know you have I know you've said it a bunch, but I was a in-flight missile mechanic in the military, so I forget sign up for business classes on your website. Skylo, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. We don't have a business class. Just tuck it in my waist, but I have to hold it when I run. I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Toy Town, what's up? I need a holster for my 3864 Smith & Wesson. That's a revolver. Buy something specific to it, man. Buy something tight extra leather specifically for that gun. Do I want you to deliver $60? No. fuck that guy. I'm not doing shit. I told him what to do. Because I'm not going to pay the shipping for him to send it back. And he doesn't want to pay the shipping. So the easiest, fucking most straightforward solution, cut it up so that it's unserviceable, send me photos of it, and we'll just cancel your order, thus refunding it. I'm never going to write a check to anybody. That's never going to fucking happen. I'm also not going to like, he's dead in the water. He can threaten lawsuits and fucking report to whatever fucking body he wants. But there was an immediate, instant solution, and that was cut it up so that it's rendered unserviceable so that he can't sell it or keep it and have any use of it. And then I'll just refund him, and he can just fuck off. 7-Eleven hot dogs. Dale Young. What's up? Radio Made Easy, what's up? Thought you gave tips on how to grow a small business. Oh, Skylo. You got that fucked up too, buddy. Yeah, it's the membership. It's the $10 membership here on YouTube. There is a bunch of question and answers. I do one every Friday. You guys ask questions, and we put that in there. And you ask questions, and we build a YouTube video every Friday, which typically comes out Saturday or Sunday. Use my Christmas present Fupa Dangler. First time today. Once got straps adjusted, worked great. Except eating a 6-inch meatball sub and driving is hazardous. Got sauce all over. So the key to washing any of this gear, just wash it like you do dishes by hand. Just use, soap. You don't even need soap, but hot water and soap and just your hand, right? Anything that you would use to wash dishes with other than like stainless steel scouring pads and chemicals. You can just use dish soap, Dawn soap if you really need it, warm water. Hang air dry. Working on learning how to optimize my website for better Amazon affiliate revenue. Make about $500 a month right now. I don't know much about that. We tell people about our Amazon link. They go to links that we post, which populates a cookie. As far as optimizing yours for Amazon traffic, your own website, I don't really know how you do that. Amazon hammers you a lot of times. Like we used to put a link in our emails to Amazon, and Amazon shut us down on that. We had a specific website that we could refer you to that basically took you to Amazon. Amazon shut us down on that. If you have a way that you're making money, Amazon fucking shuts it down. Amazon wanted you to do all that shit early on when it would drive traffic and build their business, just like YouTube did also. And once you really start getting any revenue coming from that, they fucking shut you down and threaten to cut all your shit off. No car wash? I don't know what you mean by car wash. Pressure wash? I don't know, man. Pressure wash can like cut the skin right off your finger. So I would assume that the possibility for pressure washing, busting stitches out and fucking up your Velcro and your labeling is really there. I would not use a pressure washer. Practical Civilian, what's that mean? We had Mudfast back in 2008 with HRCC and cleaned all gear at the car wash. Yeah, I wouldn't use the car wash. You can if you want to, but I would recommend against it. If you fuck your gear up, we're not going to fix it for you. So wash it by hand. Use Christmas present Foop. Okay, we read all of those. Overton, what's up? I like your gloves. I like that you have the label that says new gloves do not use. Man, you really put the bait out there for these little motherfuckers. Pressure washer will blow stitches. Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the pressure washer. But like, I knocked all the meat out of the side of my finger when I was holding a lawnmower deck up and I pulled the trigger and it recoiled. And when that pressurized water came across my finger, it cut the fuck out of me. Like, fucked up for weeks, fucked up. tap water and your hand. You don't need any cleaner than that. No, and if you do, if you really got some shit on there, like just Dawn dish soap. How do you guys do dishes, right? I've got a wand. It's like this handle. Has a sponge on the end, and the handle's clear, and you put dish soap in there. Just use a little dot of dish soap, and and that'll do it. Practical civilian, don't they sell literally everything you need to be self-sufficient? Look, is Practical Civilian a company, or did he ask a question there? Amazon is not conservative. No, they're not. No. However, utilize, like, man, I get Buy America. I buy as much American made as I can until there is a better product that is not American made, or if I need the product rapidly. Like I buy as much made in America shit as I can. But we have the idea that stuff is made in America, but even this fucking thing probably isn't made in America. I'll bet it doesn't even say where it's made. See, it says Salt Lake, Utah. Doesn't say made there. That's probably just the company that retails it. And these are complete shit, by the way. These Tractor Supply Nest boxes. This is a brand new one. This is how it came from Tractor Supply, right? It's got those little teeny staples. So when you reach in there and you grab this thing, the lid pulls off of it. I've bought probably 20 of them this last year, and the lids are off of every single one of them. I'm going to fix them. I'll put some brackets and some screws and shit in them, but they're trash. Probably made in Iraq. Yes, they take our money, but they will not allow us to make money. Yo, that's how everybody is, man. Especially in the beginning. We make it very lucrative for people to use the platforms. They get addicted to the platforms, and then we restrict it so that the platform makes more money. Did you guys see all the shit going on around right now about T-Mobile? How they're going to fine people for wrong speak? Did you see that? That was all over platforms yesterday. I don't know how correct that is, but if T-Mobile is going to do it, you can bet AT&T, Verizon, everybody else is going to follow suit. Just like when PayPal said they were going to fine people for posting shit online that they didn't like. Don't sign a T-Mobile. Yeah, well, that's fine. My point is, if T-Mobile's doing it, every other platform is also going to do the same. Cat Daddy, what's up? Sticker placed on top on box in Utah. Yeah, that's what I figure. McDonald's water. Do I think we're going to war in Iran? I don't have a fucking clue, man. I'm not going to war in Iran. You know where there's not going to be a war? Right here in Camden, Tennessee. Big fines too, $1,000 to $3,500. How's it going to work? I don't know. Did you see the thing with Tom Massey where he called in and talked to what's that dude's name today? Radio talk show host, Glenn Beck. Tom Massey was on there talking about how the Fourth Amendment is basically gone in the United States. They used it over 250,000 times last year against U.S. citizens. Got my box of badass today. Woodland BBD bag. Nice, nice. I put that online so that you could order that single one. Bunch of new shirts for work. Nice. Thanks for the order, man. You'll love that BBD bag. Sticker printed on a Chinese printer from a Chinese laptop in Utah. Yeah. Yeah. When I bought the Toyota, dudes were like, I thought it's made in the motherfucking... When I bought the Tacoma, it was the most made in the USA truck there was. None of the fucking parts are, though. Even my Porsches, when people want to talk shit, when I go get tires, those dudes are right here in Nashville. When the oil gets changed, those dudes are right here in Nashville. When I need any service done, those guys are all right here in Nashville. When I buy another Porsche, the dealership is right there in Nashville. I know the head salesman there. He ain't a German. I don't think the Germans even own Porsche anymore. About T-Mobile is true. Went on T-Mobile's website. It's in their terms of service. I just switched from Straight Talk because they sent me a mag that my service is being terminated on the 31st. There's a lot of stuff being... Check your banks, guys. If it's coming to your phones, it's coming to your banks. If one carrier's doing it, the other carriers are also going to do it. Are you guys aware of Public Square? It's an app, Public Square. It's all Second Amendment, freedom, loving people and businesses. You go on there as a business. For instance, during COVID, if you had a business and you did not require vaccinations and masks, you listed on there. And then other people who didn't want to do that bullshit, they went to those businesses. And they have categories on there like food, dining, venue, clothing. Public Square actually sent 2 reps out here to Self-Reliance Festival. They were here representing. The CEO's been on Tim Pool several times. It's worth looking into. That way you know what kind of company you're spending your money on. And I say that because they have a lot of people in the firearms industry, and the outliers of that industry are getting their credit merchant cards canceled, and they're getting their bank accounts canceled. Public Square has banks and credit card processing people, as well as doctors that are like cash service. This is all horse shit. There's a lot. They're growing rapidly. You guys should check, everybody should check out Public Square if you're not aware of it. Porsche is still majorly owned by a private person. Interesting. Riddle me this. How do they know what we're doing on our phones? Because every single keystroke you make, to include these ones here on YouTube, are recorded. And if you, like, we're always like TikTok, right? Everybody's up in arms over TikTok. Oh my God, China. You think your government's not doing the same thing? There is a record of every dick pic and every dick pic that's been sent to you. There is a record of all of them. I'm not getting dick pics, but you probably are. There's a record of all that shit. And when they want you, they simply just look through your shit. And with AI and data mining the way it is now, they just look for key terms, and then they will go through and assess fines. Fourth Amendment does not protect you from private companies. It is not a violation. That's not what I was talking about, Overton. I was talking about the thing that they just passed through Congress, along with the War Spending Act Thomas Massey was speaking about. Yeah, civil rights. All civil right only limit government, not anybody else. Yes, they don't. The government doesn't seem to operate in that manner. Talking about private stealing, got it. Nor is your First Amendment protected from private companies. I don't have TikTok, Facebook Messenger, on any social media, just YouTube. Well then, Josh, you are very fucking limited in your business and your ability to earn income and scale. I made 3 orders this weekend. Hey, thank you for your orders, Dale. Vance, what's up? John Witherspoon, what's going on? Did you get your tree situation handled? Thanks for the Christmas code. Bang, bang. Thanks, man. Got your mini pack. Nice. All civilian rights only limit government. Fourth Amendment. I think we've read all these. How many Porsches is too many Porsches? I want you to have the ability to have anything you want. If you want 10 Porsches, fucking I want you to have 10 Porsches. What you do with your money and how you spend your money, I don't give a shit. Your kids are not my kids. If you're not feeding your kids, I don't fucking care. Not my kids, not my problem. People have it so easy in the United States that they take it upon themselves to have rage and anger about people they don't know. They don't but their own fucking lives aren't together in the manner that they could be. We have it so comfortable that we worry about other people's dogs and cattle and their animals and their pets and their children. I don't give a shit what none of you do with your fucking kids. I don't even like your kids. I don't even want my fucking kids around. Not really, I do want my kids around. I don't like kids. You raise your kids however the fuck you want to raise your kids. And if your kids aren't fucking assholes, then your kids are welcome to be where I am. You agree to be watched when you agree to the term. Yeah, absolutely. I want 10 Porsches with rocking chairs. Support child leash laws, yeah. They're private as opposed to federal. They got nothing to do with Bill of Rights. Yeah, I like when people come up and start talking a bunch of shit on my, Facebook page. And I'm like, hey, fuck off. Go say what you want someplace else. Well, my First Amendment. You got all the goddamn First Amendment rights you want in your fucking living room. Not in my living room. Not on my social media. See, that's the thing with all these social media shit, right? Everybody wants to report somebody. And it's not that they don't want to see what you're doing. They want to have outrage about what you do. And when they report you, they hope to damage you in some manner. See, we don't need moderators. You don't need any of that shit, right? You don't need terms. You don't need any of the fucking report button. All you need is the block button. If you don't like something somebody's doing, simply block them. Remove them from what is your life online. Totally doable. But that's not what it's about. They don't want to just not see. They want you punished in some manner. Reese Seward, how are you? My next SOE purchase is going to be Woodland Mini Pack to match my day pack. They're nice. They're nice. They are only kids for a little while. Raise good adults. Yeah, raise your kids how you want them to be adults. Talk to them like they're adults. Give them responsibilities like they're adults. Let them fail. If they fail when they're young, they're going to fail a lot fucking less when they're older. Give them tasks. Allow them to fail. The problem really is that you can't punch a kid in the face. The problem is that people don't fucking, kids have no, that's why kids are so weak now. Not because we're not punching in the face. You have children that have never been fucking smacked on the butt. Really wish people would actually read the Constitution and actually understand what it says. Yeah. And really, it's to limit your government. It doesn't give you power. It fucking restricts power to the government. Just watched a documentary on Pegasus program for spying on cell phones. Yeah, I mean, look up Stingray. They were using Stingray 25 years ago. And still, when it comes into court, because local level law enforcement now have Stingray and have for a decade or more, but when it gets brought up in court, they usually dismiss the case because they don't want to have to acknowledge that they have the technology, that they have the hardware. You let your kids be, yeah, that's human resources, right? When Karen comes in squealing about what Barbara does, the first thing human resources should do is call Barbara in. Okay, now say what you were saying in front of Barbara. Let's hash this out right now. Bob, what's up, man? Don't get me wrong, kids act up, but my issue is with other kids. The kids might love to learn until the cool third grader says they hate school. I don't. Why is your kid at school? When you send your kids around other kids, they go feral. Put your kids around the kids you want them around. Yeah, they don't want to be crucified for using Stingray. Look up Stingray. Look up Epic Times and type in Stingray. Watch the 30-minute video they did talking about it. My dad used to take us out to the tractor in the barn and put a dent in it if we took our eye off it while he spanked our asses. Mom used a fly swatter. I say Sears sold switches. We had one. It was marked Sears and Roebuck. It was for spanking your kid's ass. And I've said this many times on video, and people are like, no, that's not true. And I went and looked for it on the internet, and I couldn't find it. 10 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I said this, and it was there. I could find it. I can no longer find it. Sears and Roebuck had a fucking page in the catalog of switches for spanking your child. We had one. Mine was red. It's about 24 inches long. It's made of plastic. It's round. It's probably 1¼ inches around, and it had fucking ridges in it all the way around. Nothing wrong with giving your kids a little pow pow if it makes an impression. Yeah, it's about just getting their attention, right? Do it before you have to use it as a punishment. Checking in from a vacation spot on coastal Oregon. Great episode 70. Thanks, man. Hope you're having a good time. Dad would hit you with a vacuum cord. Yeah. Any push toy the handle came off of, that was a fucking spanking switch. Is there a conspiracy you don't believe? Laugh my ass off. If there's a 30-minute video on the internet, it's going to be true. I don't know, Lowrider, you tell me. Give me one that's not real. More importantly, can you prove it's not real? Most of them I can't prove to you that they are real, but give me one that you can prove is not real. My dad never swore in front of me until the day I turned 18. Not sure what he was trying to teach. I learned how to cuss in the 3rd grade, maybe even the 2nd grade. I learned what fucking was and having sex with a girl in the 4th grade. I learned what the middle finger was in the 3rd or 4th grade. My parents didn't teach me that. What do I think about DARPA? Defense Acquisition I don't remember what DARPA stands for. It's all the robots and shit, right? It's all the technology. I think if they're telling you about it, that's because they fucked up and it's super old technology or it already got leaked. Just imagine what they're doing. Did you hear about the 2 Tesla robots that got a hold and went offline and fucking harmed a Tesla employee today? Blood all over the place. They had to fucking use the override kill switch. Worst thing I ever got beat with was a short piece of pipe. Sears and Penny's both had switches in their catalogs. Can somebody find that? I wasn't able to find it. People, we did an episode about it. We talked about it on one of the podcasts, and it got built into a short. And there was like 400 comments on there, and people were like, nah, that's not true. I couldn't find it. I'd seen it in the past. Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. There you go. Overton, working on it. Maybe in the Wayback Machine. Heard Hyundai bought DARPA? I don't fucking know, man. I highly doubt that. Parents, your kids know all about sex by the time they're in the 4th grade. Yeah. I was in the 4th grade, and I had friends in the 4th grade that were smoking cigarettes. My kids have cut off many of their own switches and brought them to me. I can still hear the belt sliding through the belt loops. Damn, city folks had to buy switches from Sears and Roebuck. Lowrider 94. I'm waiting for your comment, man. Since you've brought yourself into this interaction. I'm trying to interact with you. Where did I grow up? In San Diego, man. In San Diego. Dad never had an issue whooping our ass. Mom didn't like spanking us. But when my mom used to break wooden spoons on my ass. I had a nice grandma, though. My grandma never was going to spank us. Grandma actually stopped buying us toys that the handles could come off of because Mom and Dad would use them for switches. And then I went to a friend's house, to his grandma's house, and that was the first exposure I had to a mean grandma. Like, I knew about the mean witches, you know, like Hansel and Gretel and shit, but that was the first real-life exposure I'd seen to a grandma that was actually mean. She genuinely seemed like she did not like him. I caught past double buckle coal mining belt when he got home from work, swinging from the bleachers, wasn't particularly aiming for anything. Grandma hit up with a seatbelt. Shit, a lot of stuff Alex Jones said has come true. Name me some that didn't come true, right? What do you think? What percentage? What's the actual percentage of Alex Jones's shit, right, that is not true? I'll bet you it's 1%, maybe 2% hasn't come to pass. Yeah, we got around high school firewalls in early 2000s. Kids today can bypass parental settings. Fuck yes, they can. If you're not looking, if you think your kid's not doing some shit, that's only because you're not fucking looking. Your kids are smarter than you are on any technology. You can give a fucking 2-year-old and a 3-year-old technology, and they will figure that shit out without you ever teaching them. 2% milk. My mom bought wooden spoons in bulk. AJ is dialed in. Love him or hate him. Yeah. Dad made a mighty fine man out of me. Right on, Neil. The frogs are gay. The frogs were turning gay. Thorazine was turning them gay. And it's not that they were turning them gay. They were changing sexes. It was morphing them. Dad used to beat me up if I didn't roll an extension cord out right, or clean up, or take care of tools. Do you know how to do them now? Or are your tools all a mess now? Stepmom used those long plastic Hot Wheel tracks. Overton, unless you like some risque images, Sears and Roebuck spanking might not be the way to search it. How was Christmas? Christmas was good. We worked every day. It was like a normal weekend for us, only most of the shit wasn't open. We shipped a bunch of stuff. Orders came through like fucking crazy, and we got a lot of shit done here on the property. We ate ribeyes every single day. It was really normal for us. Dirty little hermaphrodite frogs. Step grandma would pull my ear. The guys at Harvard showed gay frogs and gender changing frogs. Yep. Yeah. It's funny when they're like, show me some shit that didn't happen that Alex Jones said, right? Time traveling vampire gnomes. I think he said that one. I can't pull up photos of that one for you. Paddles with holes in it. Yeah. The loving mom used an electric cord from an iron. My mom bought wooden spoons in bulk. Yeah, there's some fucking good comments in here. Pizzagate. Anything that Alex Jones says, the last presidential election. Pizzagate was real. The dude who debunked Pizzagate was just convicted of child rape, child pornography, right? The dude that came out and said it wasn't real. Pizzagate's real. Come on. They were using the pizza and the hot dog avatars, just like Hillary Clinton was using in her text messages, just like she was using in her Twitter posts, right? That all came out. That's all real shit. Mother could hit you with that flip-flop. Easiest example everyone remembers is Pence overturning the election. Yeah, Pizzagate is real. It's funny when dudes like this dude shows up and he's like, Pizzagate. Where the fuck have you been, dude? Like, where the fuck have you been? And more importantly, how the fuck are you here? My dad had a 2.5-inch leather belt, 8-inch Budweiser belt. Went to a Catholic school, and remember, we would get hit and open hand. Yeah, they're still doing that to kids up in Canada. You know, they're still finding mass burial sites of children fucking from the re-education shit in Canada. All right, Lowrider. Well, it's time for you to go, buddy. So you go fucking do your own thing. We had low boil and T-bone steak. Low boil and T-bone steak. Sunday, 42 pounds of king. That's fucking awesome. 3M two-sided tape won't hold sign to bridge. Is that really what they had that up there with? That's fucking crazy. Pizza shooter to distract from predator empire. Yep. Grenada is responsible for most of Geneva Convention. Oh, Canada. Yeah. .35 PSI will rip your ear off. San Diego sounds like my youth in Buffalo. My dad used 1x4, still has it, and I've used it on my kids when they visit. Canada is responsible for most of Geneva Convention. That makes sense. We had low boil. I don't know what low boil is. Oh, probably London broil. Man, I've had king crab legs 3 times in the last couple months, and they're very small. The ones we've gotten, they're at restaurant, like we used to get them at the same restaurants, and they were much larger. Elementary school principal had a 3-foot long, 8-inch wide, 1.5 thick paddle. Low country boil. I don't know what that is. Just watch your 2 most recent day on the compound videos. Before you get the roof on those structures, you might want to find a way to anchor them to the ground. We use cinder blocks. They're down. The tarps will blow the same way the roofs will. They're down. They have ballast on the corners, all 4 corners. Having crabs, I can't tell you. I've never had crabs like you're talking about. I have the sign in the back of my car. I saw it. So, was there damage to the vehicle? Do you just report that to your insurance? Or do you try to claim that with the city somehow or the state, right? Because your insurance company's like, oh, don't worry about it. It doesn't count against you. Bullshit, it doesn't fucking count against you when you use insurance. Got shot at the Sharkey car wash at Monshaka. The detective, Elaine Higginbottom, didn't do a fucking thing. I called Fox 7 and told them neither one didn't do anything because I'm not black. Call internal affairs. I got shot. You actually got shot, Josh? Is that what you're saying? They say 10% of most conspiracy theories are true. 10%? I don't know. There's some pretty big fucking conspiracy theories in the last few years that were 100% true. Suggestion on bulk gun solvent? I don't know, man. What's the difference between solvent and gun solvent? There's a lot of guys out there selling gun lubes and such. Like the one James had, the ingredients for it was cake frosting. If you look at the ingredients on the label, and it was wheel bearing grease. It was wheel bearing grease from Walmart. It was packed in the fucking syringe tube. The ingredients on the sticker literally was cake frosting. There's a ton of companies And it's wheel bearing grease. It's marine wheel bearing grease. Frog lube. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what frog lube really is. Anyone prior to 1990 have experience with some form of physical punishment for doing things out of line? I feel we are better because of it. Probably so. I would agree with that. They cut the crab fishing quota. Got it. Nothing surprises me with the conspiracies. No. What do you think the biggest threat to you currently is? I think it's the government. I think it's the FDA, the EPA. I think it's the government-approved food. Why does it seem like when you have the ability to heal yourself or feed yourself, the government wants to step in? Why is there such an attack on you having freedoms of what you put in your body? Quit giving insurance extortionists getting personal bond. Yeah, think about that, guys. How much money do you pay in insurance every year if you added it up over your life versus how much you've actually had to use? 1983 ass whooping when I got out of line. Not a 59's beating, but a spanking for sure. Gun lube needs to be appropriate for the ambient temperature on the extreme ends of weather, especially the cold side, because the government won't get their cut. Yeah, think about how much, most people have no concept of how much money actually from their dollar gets put into taxes. Every single time you maneuver money, incoming or outgoing, you lose part of the value of it. It's taxed. I called South Carolina Highway Patrol and told them they have a bridge that is marked incorrectly. Guys asked, how do I know? I said, because it fell off and smashed my car while driving 70 miles per hour. That could have been fucking way worse, man. Crazy how bright that pink Cordura, dude, you have no idea. When we have this pink out, a roll of pink over there, the whole entire bay back there glows pink. You can see it here. It's up on the roof here glowing pink. Hat tip on your apprenticeship opportunity. Best decision I made was getting into the country, owning land, and raising my own protein. Yeah, and even if you don't get into the country, right? Even if you have a backyard, you can do a lot of that. And when you do that, it changes something in you. He asked the color of my car, white with a hint of yellow. He didn't think I was funny, as my kids did. I'm being harassed and extorted for money in order to see my son. His mom said she wished it was my face when I got shot. Well, that's terrible, Josh. That's terrible, man. I don't know what to tell you with that. Our fire economy, finance, insurance, real estate, sad that so much builds so little. Any tips for managing chickens in cooler weather? Give them some place to get where there's not snow and ice. Give them someplace out of breeze. Like we use dog kennels, right? I've got big runs where the chickens get out. And the chickens really, they go out in the snow all the time on their own. But the coop, the 10 by 10 has a tarp over it, which comes about halfway down the walls. And then I put straw bales around. You can put them on the inside or the outside. Put them on the inside and then just put your 2x4s. I use 2x4s for their roosts, and they'll roost all up in there. I have a lot of birds in the area during the winter, so the body heat kind of produces heat. But it'll be fucking snow and ice, and those chickens will pee out on the snow and ice on their own accord. Urban homesteading. Yeah. What's the difference between a home and a homestead? The homestead produces something, right? You produce something and you figure out a way to make an income from the home. Is the apprenticeship going to be online? No, you gotta come in person. So you can see how it's going. Yeah, we're shooting content off of it. We're shooting video. It'll be a video series. You guys will probably even be involved in making some of the choices and decisions on some parts. How many acres? I have 10 acres here. Triarch. Speaking of chickens, mine went in the coop on their own in the snow today. I think they are getting good. Isaac, do you have a rooster, man? The rooster should fucking bring them in. He should bring the girls in. Any tips on managing chickens? Gun lube, grease for the AK, oil for the AR. It's crab legs, sausages, corn on the cob, potatoes. Oh, we do that. We do that every other week here. We do a shrimp boil. It's got andouille sausage. It's got shrimp, corn. What else is in there? Potatoes, garlic, whole cloves of garlic. Chickens are fine with snow. They bed in it. We had a bunch of roosters. We had too many roosters, and they were getting run out of the coops. 2 years ago, we had this massive snowstorm come through here. Massive for here. Cody and I were out there at 1 o'clock grabbing these roosters and throwing them in a pen. And we couldn't get a hold of a bunch of them. And their combs, we have a bunch of roosters running around that have no combs because they fucking frostbit off. 2 roosters, the alpha one watches over them. Get rid of that other rooster. You might want to keep it just so you have one in case something happens to the alpha. I've got about 12 too many roosters. Actually, I have a video. Every time I see 2 roosters squaring off and fighting, I make a little video. I'm like, this is what's wrong with society. We don't let kids work out their own problems. And when they do, we punish them for doing it. And they grow up in fear of handling their own issues. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here in a minute. Last questions, comments, any piece of equipment you saw that you would like to see again, anything you want to discuss really quick before we get off of here. We have content that's gone up. Homestead Apprentice, make sure you check that out on Instagram is where it's most active. It's also on YouTube, Homestead Apprentice. Make sure you check that out if that interests you. On the website, Homestead Apprentice, you're going to put in your application in your video. Amazon, if you buy anything on Amazon, if you would just go to any of my links on any of my videos and click anything on there that says Amazon or on my website, it'll take you to a product that I've posted on Amazon. That doesn't matter. Once you're on Amazon, order, buy anything you want, anything you buy in the next 24 hours, it gives us a little percentage of. EMP shield, with all the crazy shit your government is telling you, prepare for a cold, dark winter. We are under massive cyber attacks. There could be an EMP. EMPshield.com. If you use code SOE, it will give you $50 off your order. A lot of people ask and like to have a conversation about the freeze dryers that we use. Those are Harvest Right freeze dryers. And on my website, if you scroll to the bottom, there's a link to Harvest Right. And if you buy your Harvest Right freeze dryer through that link, it gives us a little bit of the money that you give them. It tells them that you heard about it from us. And I've got a dozen others. I'm not very good at this. Zach, what's up, man? I don't understand why more homesteads don't raise mink and chinchilla. Because I think it's horse shit. I don't think it's horse shit. I think it's like all those pamphlets we bought when we were kids. Raising earthworms for fun and profit. Raising mealworms for fun and profit. Raising rabbits for fun and profit. Because the truth is, I can produce 1,000 fucking rabbits a month. I can't sell 1,000. The market isn't there. You have to really fucking create that market. And then the skin market off of there. It's great. The rabbit manure is worth more than the rabbits. Most of society is so spoiled that they will not process and eat rabbit because they can just go anywhere and go to 10 different places every week and have a completely different meal because we're just so comfortable. As far as mink, I mean, super cool. It's never been on my radar. If you're doing that, that's badass. Do you have a YouTube channel? Like if we click on you, are there videos there? Is there a rooster hen ratio? Yeah, I want to run about 1 to 20. It could even be higher than that. I mean, it's just which hens are going to go into which coop. You need one male to that group of hens. Prefer wild game. More power to you, man. I run a business. I don't have time to do wild game. I know where all of my chicken comes from. I know where all my rabbit comes from. I know where all my sheep comes from. We got two buddies, actually 3 buddies that raise pigs. I know I saw my cow before it got fucking to the butcher and went into the freezer. I know the guy that butchered it. I got a buddy. So wild game's awesome. I don't have time for that shit. I'm glad that you, I want you all to eat literally anything you want. If you ask me what you should eat, I don't give a fuck what you eat. Ask me what I eat and I'll tell you. I want every one of you to do literally whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah, Zach brings me deer. My neighbor brings me deer. I am lazy. If the meat is frozen, I don't ever defrost it. I have commercial freezers full. Where did I eat tonight? We drove 30 minutes over to Paris and I had shrimp tacos and carne asada tacos and a shrimp quesadilla. And I brought enough leftovers back. I'm going to take those tacos and I'm going to dump them in with 6 scrambled eggs in the morning. And I'm going to rip up those corn tortillas and I'm going to make chilaquiles. And that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. I see food, I eat it. We were talking about milk tonight. We had a young man sitting with us. And he says, you know, sometimes I have milk, sometimes I don't. I'm like, if I have milk, it's because I'm eating cookies or pie. McDonald's hamburger patties. Have you guys seen the video? I see these all the time. There was a lady, she looks like she's about 70, and she said she bought in 1990, yeah, so 90, 20, yeah, in 1990, she bought a McDonald's hamburger and french fries and put it in a shoebox in her closet. And every year she pulls this out and does a video. And this hamburger is 20 years old. It is not really shrunk up. There's no mold on it. The french fries look like you would find french fries under the seat of your car that you dropped, 6 months ago. That's not real food. If you take a McDonald's hamburger and put it out on your back patio, the ants don't eat that motherfucker. They don't eat margarine either. Leave margarine out where there's mice. Mice will eat butter. They will not eat margarine. Why don't we grow food on public land? Because we don't own public land. You should totally grow food on public land. It's called guerrilla gardening. You could totally do that and get away with it. There is so much public land that people never step foot on. Do that if you want to. My cat would eat McDonald's, would it? I do the same thing with turning leftover food into morning. Oh yeah, man, I buy extras. Like they looked at me like I was crazy when I ordered all that. I go, I'm not gonna eat all this tonight. It came with 3 carne asada tacos, like good fucking carne asada tacos, like SoCal carne asada tacos, street tacos, but a little bigger. Lots of carne asada and onions and cilantro. Delicious. And same with the shrimp. The tacos were the same, and then the quesadilla. Margarine has plastic in it. For sure it does. Absolutely. You guys should look up what rapeseed is. Canola is made from rapeseed. It is the #1 ingredient in yoga mats. You love milk on a hot summer day? Yeah, with chocolate cake. Chilaquiles, that's right. That's right. Even raised goats, sheep, chicken, 25 herd of cattle, and 6 herd. That's fucking badass, dude. Good for you, man. That's awesome. How much property do you have that you got 25 cattle on. What do you? So you need about 50 acres, or are you doing them more like CAFO? Are you doing rotational grazing, or how are you doing them? Mice will eat pot roast. Rapeseed oil is used to make plastic shiny. I like to dip my hands in olive oil all the way so they're just dripping, and then I like to massage my wife's titties. PFOs in the crotch of yoga pant. Yeah, he's talking about forever plastics. Yeah, there's a ton of shorts out there talking about Lululemon. Just imagine how bad Walmart fucking shit is. Rats love to eat wires out of my truck. Big Uso, man. Leave. Get out of there while you can. You're young, buddy. I talked about you on our fucking Q&A video this week. I've actually spoken about you several times. Ruru-Ranon. Your cat would eat McDonald's. Your cat would eat you. They find homeowners dead, and the dogs will die with the homeowner. They'll starve to death. Not cats. Cats will eat your ass. Late but made it. Clave, man, I'm about to jump off of here, buddy. We've been going for 62 minutes. Be hard leaving your parents? I understand. I hear you, buddy. And you're going to look back in 20 years and gone, fuck. I wish I'd have got the fuck out of California earlier. I did all that stupid shit. Every fucking... And I'm not saying what you're doing is dumb, man. It was for me. I had every fucking excuse. You hate your parents? How often do you have to service the sewing machines? Do you need it in-house? No, we don't need it in-house. We've got a tech. I've got a couple guys. We can do most of this little stuff ourselves. And I've got 52 machines. So when we have a machine go down, we've got extra machines. We just roll into place. Most of the machine problems, oddly enough, happen with one or two people. The operator is more of the problem than the machine. Like, if I walk in the building and I hear we have a machine down, I can tell you which of the two operators. It's more operator than machine. I tell that to all the cat owners that all say, not my kitty. Your outside cats travel up to 20 miles a night. They hunt for sport. They capture animals and then torture them. I say this as a cat owner. I have cats and dogs. Property has been passed down through the family since before the Civil War. That's cool, man. That's awesome, dude. Fucking good for you. You don't realize how fucked up California is until you realize how conditioned you are. Yep. And when you and you can be out of California for a few years and you still don't have a grasp of how fucked up California is until you've been in freedom and have to go back to California for a few days. John's right. I'm 54. I'm still... I say this as a man who left California when I was 35. Had I left California when I was 25 or even 30, you move so much quicker, your money goes so much faster, your freedom. Go try to dig a fucking pond in California. Go put a pond on your property. Go put a septic on your property. Go drill a well on your property. I live in a place where we don't have any codes. We don't have any zoning. We just do what we want to fucking do. You try to do that. Go try to do that in California. You'll have to have an EPA study. You'll have to have an ecological study. You'll have to have all kinds of bullshit. Go try to rent a big fucking bulldozer in San Diego. See how that goes for you. Go try to rent a fucking excavator. See how that goes. SoCals have moved here to Montana and are turning it into where they left. Yeah, somewhat. I mean, that's happening everywhere. I hear what you're saying. I got friends in Montana and whitefish. I actually have quite a few friends in whitefish. It's still badass, though. It's still fucking badass. Practical Civilian, do you have Practical Civilian? You're not modern day civilian, right? Do you actually have a YouTube channel? You have content on your channel? Neil Hasten, that's cool as hell. I'm in the middle of 90 acres that stated out about 1,000, but has slowly been divided, but I'm trying to buy back. Yeah, I got a buddy that's up to about 1,500 acres. It was a Russian farm. When he got it, it was a couple hundred, and he's put it back in over 1,000 now. He's bought it up piece by piece. Practical Civilian, yes, you do. Man, I'll check you out, buddy. CQB subloads, I have 2 in OD. They might not be online. Check if they are, and you order it tonight, it'll ship. If it's not online, just send me an email, and I'll put them online for you. Yeah, Vegas, man. I spent a lot of time out in Henderson. I would go from San Diego to Henderson and just stay out there 6 weeks at a time. And even that was awesome. You could just drive out into the desert and shoot. We were riding fucking dirt bikes everywhere. We were just had a blast, man. We still own all of the natural gas mineral rights and all the standing timber, 9 active gas wells on the property. That's cool, dude. Incredible. I was FTSR group. I changed it to easy recognition. Right on. Gotcha. Keep telling the wife we need to move and use the money from the house to buy land under 30 and going to be making the move sooner than later. Mike C, man, you might have to leave without her. If she loves you, she'll follow you. But you're going to have to make that decision for your family. Sell the California house at California money, go someplace rural, buy you land. How much land? Enough land that they can't see what you're doing on your own property. When you put up gates and fences, the bureaucrats have a very hard time just dropping in. A lot of the bullshit that we hear that happens, and mostly we hear it through social media, right? It's almost as though they hire all these bureaucrats and then they have to go out and make their own cases. There's not actually, no superior told them to go and find out what you're doing. They just take it upon themselves, right? And your response when you come in contact with them is, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Please send me that in writing. Do you know what never comes? They never send it in writing because they don't have anything official. If they did, they would already have a warrant. Send me that in writing, please, so that I can forward that to my attorney. The cats will eat you. Not even 20 hours. Yep. Soon I'll save some money and stay in a free state for a little bit. Yeah, just go visit some places, man. You'll see. She's coming. She's looking for the places. Right on. What states are on your radar, Mike? A cabinet. Hell, not even with Legos without a permit. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Hey, we have a membership on here. $1, $5, $10 at the $10 level. That's the highest level we have, $10. Ton of content. We put up questions and answers. You guys ask the questions. We build the videos off of that. We do a 90-minute, 2-hour video every Friday. And then there's also the Pulling the Thread podcast. We have a Patreon also. That's $5. You ask questions. We build Patreon videos off of that also. We can go more in depth. If there's a topic that you guys want to talk about, if you think that we have the value to give to you, join up there and interact with us. These videos I do almost every single night at 9 o'clock. So if you're not getting notification that I'm live, that's because YouTube is fucking with the algorithm, and all you got to do is go look for us. I am live every single night at 9 o'clock, to include Christmas and New Year's and my birthday and Valentine's Day. I do this every night at 9. So if you're interested, come and find us, because if you're not being shown it, they're just not showing you. I am here doing this. West Virginia, still in Virginia, just further west, closer to West Virginia. Right on, man. All right, guys, out.